India regains its economic swagger as China stumbles. India's economy is like an elephant. The world's most populous nation is hard to get moving, but a force to reckon with once in action, analysts often say. While the global economy has lurched from one crisis to another in recent times, India has shed its lumbering gait and broken into a steady trot. It began the year by strutting its stuff at the World Economic Forum in Switzerland. Emissaries from India had such a dominant presence at the main street in Davos that one investor described the thoroughfare as Little India. A few months later, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Group of 20, G20, Leaders Summit in New Delhi. A first for India, the country's stock market zoomed to dizzying heights. The growing economic confidence isn't limited to Earth. In August, India joined the tiny club of countries that have safely placed a spacecraft on the moon, underscoring its scientific and technological ambitions. The euphoria around India comes at a time when China, which has been the engine of global growth for decades, is seeing a major economic slowdown. Its southern neighbor is fast emerging as a potential successor. From a surging young population to humming factories, the country has a lot going in its favor. The Indian economy is undeniably poised for greatness, with a number of reforms undertaken in past years finally paving the way for solid growth. Said Ishwar Prasad, professor of trade policy at Cornell University, adding that the country is receiving considerable interest from foreign investors for at least some good reasons. New Delhi also has warmer relations with the West, which views China with growing suspicion, and that means investors now consider the world's largest democracy a bright spot in an increasingly fractured world. This time is different. In the past few decades, there have been other periods of global bullishness about India, but the excitement kept fizzling out.